Hello YouTube, De-bodgery here. So a small point of business right up front. I try to produce factual content. I fail at it at times, I'll make mistakes, things like that. But I try to produce factual content. I want to be professional and all those kind of things. And, well, truthfully, I was thoroughly fed up with KO Moto and all of their many personal attacks on me. And so, yeah, I just wanted to slap them in the face once for the many thousands of times they have slapped me in the face. So anyway, I apologize for the video I produced. About 80.9% of viewers think KO Moto products are garbage. It's not necessarily wrong per se. It's just, my conclusions aren't accurate because the votes don't say that they think it's garbage. They just say they like my content. So anyway, apologize for that. It's obviously clickbait. It's obviously a puff piece, and it's not up anymore because I took it down after about a couple hours anyway. It still exists. It's set to private, and I could send it as an invite to somebody to see it, but yeah, it's not out there for the public to see anymore. It did get a lot of views, and it did get a lot of likes, and I know for a fact, because people told me so, that there was a lot of people who really laughed their hearts out, and so did I. Because that's what it was intended to be. It was intended to be hilarious and a slap in the face to KO Moto for their many stupidities. So anyway, I like multiple points of truth. I do. I want to be able to confirm what I say in other ways other than me just blowing pie in the sky numbers. Which is something that some folks out there that we all know and love and adore will do. So I wanted to see how well I was doing. And so I got on Google Metrics, on YouTube Metrics, on their analytics to see how well my video content for KO Moto was doing. And I already presented this stuff, but here it is again. And because it's been a couple days, the numbers have shifted a little bit, but that's no big deal. Okay, so first thing is this video right here is where I just talk about the predatory business practices and how they deal with people who would say something about them that they don't like. And basically they block you, they do character defamation, they're predatory, they're liars, they're dishonest, they misinform their own customers. They basically deceive everybody and con everybody they can. That's their business practice. That's their business model. And if they, for whatever reason, find you even slightly inconvenient for them because, you know the truth of how awful their products are, then they just ban you. And I can say that that's absolutely the case. I've tried several times to get onto their Facebook forum that's private, and, well, they don't let me in. And they know full well who I am, and they know full well that I have a legitimately purchased KO Pro. So it's not like this is something where I've, stolen something or whatever, which they have accused me of doing, that I bought or that I stole it myself, a KO Pro controller, which is absolute lies. Never happened, and they have no proof of that because it didn't happen. It's just more false accusations, typical KO Moto modus operandi. Anyway, I've tried multiple times to get on the Facebook support forum, and they refuse me. Obviously, there's other things like Discord, that's refused as well. And just yesterday, I posted on their open forum on Facebook, because I watched one of their videos where they've got a bunch of women winding motors. And what I posted is pretty innocuous, and it is, once again, 100% factual. In the first few minutes, like maybe minute one, they've got a woman standing in front of a winding jig, and she is winding wire onto a hub motor. And she uses a screwdriver or some other steel implement to shove the windings around. Well, this is bad on many levels, of which probably the single biggest one is that steel is hard and wire insulation is soft, and you scrape it off and you create shorts or partial shorts inside the windings. You damage the insulation on the wire, and this is bad, and I said that in my comment. And I took 2 screenshots, and I showed her doing it from the video. And for that, well, as is typical KO Moto way, what do? They block me from their public site on Facebook. Because, well, that's inconvenient for them because it's truthful and it's honest, and well, we want to blow smoke and we want to be able to lie to our customers, and you just made us look bad. Well, of course I did, because you made yourselves look bad. Okay, Google Analytics, second point of truth. I like second points of truth. And here it is a couple days later. The numbers have changed a little. Not much. Okay, video 1, I show their predatory practices. 90.9% of people out there like my content. 20 likes, 2 dislikes. We know who the 2 dislikes are. Yeah, the vast majority of people think that my content is good. Otherwise, they wouldn't have said like. That's a pretty obvious conclusion. Okay, let's go to the next video. Okay, this is the one where I show off the pretty cover, which is pretty. I can't complain about it. The machining on it is pretty nice. It's all CNC done. You know, it's precision done. There's not bad work on it. Yeah, it's a nice looking cover. But, you know, it's a facade. That's what it is. And inside is pretty much awfulness. But outside it looks great. Anyway, on this video, 91.7% of people liked my content. 11 likes, 1 dislike. So, again, sorry, KO folks, you are the minority. Now, this is video right here. I show the underside of the logic board and the complete lack of copper reinforcing. I show the tortured current path. I show that thin spot where heating is going to happen, where you're going to have a current bottleneck, all that kind of stuff. And this video, this is one of the lower ones now, showing 83.3% of people liked this video. So 15 likes, 3 dislikes. Again, very high numbers in my favor and not in the favor of KO Moto. This video here, this is the first of 2 where I did the macro lens work, so I can get right down close. This is the one where I found the 2 solder blobs on the logic board. This is the one where I found the repair work on the logic board. So clearly I did not get a brand new, fully working motor controller direct from KO Moto. I got one that had clearly been defective and repaired, or sent back and repaired and then shipped out again as if it were new. Don't know really which one that was, but mine was definitely right off the production line because it arrived to me completely new, or supposedly was, never been used or anything, and nevertheless, it was repaired in at least 2 places, and in the video you can see all the solder flux all over the board. Clearly it had work done on it after the fact. Okay, in this video, 80%, this is the lowest one of the series, and it's pretty damning of KO Moto, can't deny that. 8 likes, 2 dislikes. This was probably the least viewed of those videos, and it still has a lot of views. Yeah, let's move on to the last one. So, and here, KO Moto, you guys got 20%. You're still a minority by a lot. So this is the video, macro lens, right up close to the power stage. This is the most popular of the 5 videos by a lot. You know, I show the really, really awful current paths or total lack of it, show the bridges and why they're a bad design, so on and so forth, and I do it right up close so that there is no doubts about just how atrocious it really is. That video, 90.2% of the people out there liked my content. 37 likes, 4 dislikes. Again, we know who the dislikes are and why they dislike it, because I present exposure to a really bad design. Okay, so 5 videos about KO Moto and 4 about the KO Pro, and the total tallies as of right now is 87.22% of people like my content about KO Moto and about the KO Pro. That leaves the KO fanboys and the KO people less than 13% of the world's population, or votes at least, that like your products. Because you can measure that by the dislikes. You know, why would you dislike something that's honest and truthful except for that it brings you exposure of your lies and deceit? And that's why you dislike it, not because of what it is that I present. It's because you know that I present truth and honesty, and it makes you look bad because you are bad, and you don't like being exposed. So the numbers bear me out. So here it is, no emotional diatribe, no slapping KO in the face, just dealing with the facts as they are. The likes and the dislikes vote heavily in my favor. In fact, across those 5 videos, 87.22% of people like my content, and only 13% do not. And that 13% is a bunch of really vociferous KO Moto fans and KO Moto employees. So yeah, everybody else, they don't like your products, KO Moto, and there's reasons for that because, well, I show it. So hope to help some folks out. I definitely like this take way better than the other one because, yeah, I'm not slamming anybody. I'm not doing any slapping in the face. I'm letting the facts speak for themselves.